Namaste, royalties. You are on with the Tea Queen, and it is Motivational Monday. Let me just say that this is going to be more for myself than it may be for you. I just ask that you stay to the end of it, and see it from another vantage point, if that's even possible for you in your life right now. I don't know. What I do know is it's been a very raw and emotional time for me. I can't speak for anybody else's emotions. I can't speak for anybody else's pain. I can't speak, and I will not speak for the Black community. It's not my place. I can only speak for myself. Because everybody is entitled to how they feel. They are entitled to be angry. They are entitled to be pissed off. They are entitled to be okay. They are entitled to support and not support anyone they choose. Everybody has that right. I don't knock anybody's decision. What I have learned in my 40 plus years is that there are always going to be different advantage points in life when it comes to certain things, because we can only see, number one, from our level of consciousness, and number two, from our own perception or advantage point. Okay? Case in point. And I'm going to use me as a personal example. I grew up, of course, in this skin tone, right? My mom has always sent me to either a private school or a Catholic school. You know, she was really big on making sure that I was educated the best way she knew how. The schools that I went to were predominantly Black. And I'm going to tell you, and y'all know I get emotional, so just bear with the tears or whatever else, right? I'm going to tell you, growing up as a light-skinned Black girl was very challenging. And before my beautiful, beautiful dark-skinned sisters come at me and say that growing up dark-skinned was even harder, sister, I am not by any means necessary saying it wasn't. It's not. But I do not understand how we can compare the two. There is no comparison. Your pain is yours and mine is mine. Pain is pain. And as beautiful as I have always saw you as a little girl that was light-skinned, curly hair, I'm going to tell you, it's hard to find where you fit in at when you have your dark-skinned sisters saying you're not Black enough. Or what's the favorite line I've heard all my life? Light, bright, damn near white. Or you just a house nigga. It was hard. So I had to prove myself. I had to prove as a kid I'm Black enough. I do fit in, and that meant I had to dress a certain way. I took the curls out of my hair. I did not, as a kid, love the Blackness in me. And I hated it. I hated it. But I'm going to tell you what came out of that was growth. As I grew up and now a light-skinned Black woman, I realized that when people are hurt, they say hurtful things. Hold on, guys. They live from a place of hurt, you know. But as a kid, I didn't know that. As a kid, all I knew was they talking about me, and I would go home and tell my mother, who was my same complexion, and she would say, baby, I went through the same exact thing when I was your age. Don't worry about it. You're beautiful. I got all the right answers from my mom. And it turned out, and I'm going to be real with you, as I look back at my life, especially in high school, all of my closest friends, we were all close to the same complexion. And as we sat there, or I'm going to say me, like I said, make it personal. As I went through high school, I noticed that it still continued. It was still, oh, well, it's easier for you because you're light skinned. When I became an adult, it's the same thing. Oh, well, it's easier for you because you're light. It's easier for you. It's easier for you. I don't know, guys, if that has truth to it or not. And I would never diminish anyone's feelings on that. Like I said, I can't speak for being a beautiful, dark-skinned Black woman. I can't speak to that. I don't know that struggle. And I know it's a struggle. I know it is. But when you're a light-skinned Black woman, I'm going to tell you, there's so many of us, and I know, and I'm going to say us on that we look at your skin tone and we sit in admiration because you are, the hue of your skin is just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So trust me when I say I see you and I love you. I just sometimes wish you saw me too. But yeah. A lot of this is coming because I've had a lot of conversations in the last couple days of what's going on, with the business that I'm in, with stuff that's happening in the world. And it's just amazing to me how we all sit from different vantage points. We all sit from different perceptions. We all come from different backgrounds. And sometimes as Black people, we have been so emotionally destroyed and misguided in the beauty of who we are and the purpose that we have, that we even separate from each other. We got the dark skin versus the light skin. Come on, y'all. Y'all know it's real. Hell, y'all remember school days, right? So let me say this. I'm being, I received a comment in my inbox, right? That because of my stance on something, because of my stance on a particular issue that I'm not going to get into with the company that I'm with, that once again, I was called a house nigga. Baby, the beast in me wanted to go for this sister something fierce, right? Because, baby, I've been fighting verbally half of my life, and I know my tongue is vicious. And then I had to take a minute and I had to reflect, and I had to pray. I had to meditate, and I had to sit in this sister's position and say, her story is different. Her perception is different, and they've made us that way since the days of slavery. They've turned us against each other that way. And I say they as in the white people who hated us, because there were some white people who loved us. So let's not get that twisted either. but they made us turn against each other. And we've been doing that for decades. The field nigga versus the house nigga, right? So I was called a house nigga because I made the choice to say, I'm going to forgive someone's mistake of something and watch how they choose to render that mistake going forward. Because I believe that in the midst of emotional pain and in the midst of the rawness of where we are in this nation, we think we may be saying the right thing. We think we may be saying the right thing, and it turns out that maybe it was not the right thing to say at that moment. So now we have to, as human beings, find a way to stand up in the midst of criticism, in the midst of pain, in the midst of uncertainty, and in the midst of being condemned, and apologize, and then put action behind your apology. That's not an easy thing to do. I've done it. I've had to do it. So I know. Yeah, so my motivation today, like I said, is mostly for me. And I just want to say this. I think we all need to take some time to individualize a lot of things that are going on in this world. A lot of people. Some people are just pure damn evil. And I believe that. I believe they are so disconnected from the God within them that all they see and feel is hatred and pain, and they inflict so much of that on other people, okay? For those people, so be it. You know, do you, boo, but you come for me, be ready. And then you have people that they don't get it. They just don't get it, guys. They don't get it. But they're willing to have an open discussion. And I understand and I get it. It's hard. It's hard when you have to be a human being and ask somebody for the damn permission to educate them, to talk to them. We have to fight just for our voices to be heard. Shit gotta burn up and be destroyed for y'all to see us. It's a dehumanizing feeling that you have to tell somebody your life matters. You know what I mean? It's jacked up. It's truly jacked up. But that's where we are right now in this world. And we're going to have to figure it out. We got to figure it out. Our children deserve for us to figure this out. So to that person that came in my inbox, my sister, I'm going to send you some love, and I'm going to send you some light. And I'm going to take some time to let you reflect on what you said to me. And in a couple of days, you still feel the same way, then so be it. So be it. Go your way, I'm going to go mine. No hard feelings. But if you come back to me and you apologize, I'm here to listen. I'm here to understand. And I am here to forgive. Because what I will not do is allow other people's opinions, perceptions, to dictate my spiritual growth. So know that I love you, and I'll talk to you guys soon. It's time for me to go get this workout on.